Welcome to Yes Chef Recipes. My name is Nathan. This is my small apartment kitchen where I'll be cooking all the recipes. I can cook here, you can definitely cook at home. Make sure that you've got the ingredients, which will be in the information box below. Also, most importantly, make sure that you've got your iPad or your phone or whatever video device you'll be watching this in, somewhere in your kitchen where you can see me cook. So I'll be cooking with you step by step, all the way. Today we'll be doing an amazing focaccia. If you're new to baking or bread, this is an amazing recipe. It's really simple, robust, but beautifully flavoured with garlic and basil. Anyway, let's go.
Okay, let's begin. First of all, you need to measure out 900 millilitres of just below lukewarm water. Okay, once you've done that, you need to get a little bowl like this, and then 6 sachets of dried yeast. Okay. All 6 sachets are going into your bowl.
Who cares that it makes plants grow? Who cares what it does? Since you broke my heart. Who loves the sun? Who cares that it is shining?
Once you've done that, you need to pour some of your, it needs to be just below lukewarm. Okay. Just fill your bowl 2/3 of the way with the water. Get a spoon. Now this almost activates your yeast. Okay. The yeast is a living thing, that's why the temperature is so important. It's a bit clumpy, but that's fine. There you go. Right, next. Give my hand a quick wash. Rub my hand to the tea towel. Put the yeast to one side. So, next, some garlic. For this, I would use, personally, I like mine really garlic. Go with 4 cloves of garlic. Put little bits in the bin. My little pot here. So, quickest way to do this. Top end off. Pull it away. Pull it away. The other end off. Roll loose some garlic. A little bang. I'll normally get a little pot out, like so. grate the garlic. Oil the garlic. Grate it down. You could chop it if you don't have a grater. But grating it will distribute it more evenly through your bread, throughout your bread. As well as that, a little trick for you. Wash my hands. One little trick. Put some olive oil with your garlic. Stir it. And again, that helps mix it and evenly incorporate it into your bread. And at the same time, your olive oil. Sun-dried tomatoes. Rough chop, nothing special. Bunch them into your hands like this. I'll show you now, coming in close. To do this a bit better. As you can see, I'm just slowly bringing my knife, pinching it together, chopping it up, and then turn round just to go through it again. Get the rest of my sun-dried tomatoes. Rough chop, nothing special. It's a whole container of sun-dried tomatoes, a whole jar, should I say. No need to weigh, not for one loaf. Easy peasy. So as you can see, I'd probably go run your knife through it like this. So if you like them chunkier, do it less. If you like it thinner, do it more. Right, back that goes into its container. And again, I'll wash my hands. Right. Now, basil. Bunch your basil in your hands like so. Get your knife and run it through. Take your time if you're not used to using a knife too much, but get straight through. And again. And again. Now, I would try and make sure that you really do go through this quite a lot, because most people slicing a bit slower than what I am. Okay, easy, nice one. Right. That's your basil. At this point, it's safe to say you can put your basil with your garlic, with your sun-dried tomato, sorry, as you can see there. Right. You don't need your knife anymore. Wash my hands. Right. You don't even need this board. This away as well. So, first I'm going to give the workspace a quick spray. Just out of habit. Also I can pick up a little bits of garlic peel I've missed. Really. Okay. So, a little bit useful. For this, you'll just need one full bag of strong white flour. No weighing needed. Next. Easy peasy. Bang it all in. Next, add your salt. Now, don't be scared to add salt to bread. Salt is not your enemy. Salt means flavour, salt means seasoning, okay? If you don't put enough salt in it, your bread will taste bland regardless of what flavourings you put in it. At this point, I will say do not add too much salt, simply because you'll kill the yeast. The yeast is a living thing and salt is its enemy. Yeast likes warmth and it likes moisture. It does not like salt. So, for this recipe, I go 1, I go 2, and I go 2 and a little bit of salt. Now make sure you mix this now, so it goes through your flour. If you just left that on top, when you chuck your yeast on, your yeast would not be happy. It might not destroy your yeast completely and your bread, but it would not make as good as bread as if you do every step properly. Right, so you need to wash your hands. We're going to get flour in a minute. So, next, add in your basil and some dried tomatoes. Done. Okay, next, add in your olive oil and garlic. Okay. Then add the rest of the olive oil. Always make sure you put plenty of olive oil in. If you love the flavour of olive oil, you can also add a little bit more. I've not put that much in it because I do think it affects the cooking and the overall texture of the bread. But by all means, add a little bit more if you wish to do so. Right, at this stage, I'm going to add 2/3-ish of the water. Okay. The reason why I do this is because every good baker will tell you every single flour is different and you need to treat it differently. So every time you make something, you need to be wary of certain things. The amount of liquid you ever put into something dry, be careful of. So now, see how the yeast is all bubbly? Yeah, it's come alive. See what I mean about you don't need to whisk it or anything. It's a bit lumpy, but it's dissolved into the water. Okay, it's called activating your yeast. You put that straight into your bread, which you could have done. You can put dried yeast straight into your bread. It would have made a good bread, but this makes an amazing bread. Let's go. Don't forget, yeast has got water in it as well, so remember that. Right, move my salt out of the way. Move my excess olive oil out of the way. So now, for this bit, I'm just going to use a wooden spoon just to mix it all in. Don't want to get my hands in there just yet. I can already see it's looking a bit dry straight away. It can take some more water. So in it goes. And add not all, but most of the remaining water. And keep going. Make sure you're going underneath, lifting the dough up. I'm using a wooden spoon because it doesn't tend to stick to it that much. Right, I'm looking at this dough and I'd say that's about right actually. I'm not going to add the rest of that water. On this occasion, I'm going to say that's perfect. Sometimes I've made this bread and I felt like the flour's took to it quite well and I need the rest of the water. On this occasion, you don't. Okay, cool. So first things first, move your bowl out of the way. You've got a good pile of flour. on the table. Get it all over your hands. You've got plenty of flour on your hands. Now, get your hand into here. Okay, chuck a bit of flour on top. Okay. It's going to feel quite sticky to begin with. That's because there's a lot of wet patches in it. Doesn't mean it's too wet. Remember that, yeah? So now we are kneading the bread. So lift the bread over and then push your knuckles in. Simple. Lift the bread over, push your knuckles in. Turn the bowl, lift the bread over, push your knuckles in. Turn again, lift the bread over. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Okay, now turn it out onto the table. Don't put your bowl in the washing up bowl because you will need it shortly. Okay, so put a little bit of flour on top. Okay, and now for the fun bit. Don't go mad on this, it's not necessary. Remember, you've already kneaded it quite a bit in the bowl. So this time, pull it over like so, and I push the palm of my hand in. Use your fingertips to pull back. Use your palms again to push in. Make sure to stretch out. Don't just push down, go through. Feel the bread. Okay, you shouldn't need any more flour at this point. Unless your bread is particularly sticky, then you can toss a bit of flour on top and continue kneading. So, pull it back, knead. Okay. Now, this is really important because it distributes the flavours like the basil and the garlic and the sun-dried tomatoes. Also, it releases the gluten in the bread, makes it more elastic, which is good for bread. Okay. So when you're making certain things, use a mixing machine which combines all your ingredients and mixes it well. In bread, you use your hands. It should start to get a bit more sticky now. It absorbs what liquid. You should get to a point where it just sticks to your hand and to the board. As you pull it away, it should come with you like so. If you're not, put a little bit more flour in it. If you feel like it's too wet, I'd like it just a little bit more dry. Just a little bit, not much. So it's just a little bit on the sticky side. Okay, so we've now kneaded it quite well. You'll feel it a bit a lot different. So if you do what I'm doing and lift it, you should put your hand on it, lift it up. It shouldn't be sticking to your hand. Yeah, it should be nice and firm. Okay, well, not sticky. You should put your finger right in and right out. A very minimal amount of dough should come off. If you've got loads of dough on your finger when you're putting it in, putting it out, I think you need to put a bit more flour on. It's fine. It just means that your flour's a little bit different to mine. Okay, but we're about there. Now, get your bowl back that you used before. Lift up your dough. Put it inside, like so. Now, next important part, if you do this correctly, is covering your bread.
Who cares what it does? Since you broke my heart. Who loves the
Pin
sun?
straight across the middle, straight round,
That it makes
straight
plants
over.
grow. Who cares what it does?
And then
Since you broke my heart.
Go across one side. Go across the other side. If it's still a bit loose for you, then go again. It needs to be airtight. Right, last but not least, you need to place this somewhere where it's warm. Remember earlier, yeast likes it moist and it likes it warm in order to grow, and therefore your bread grows. So this needs to grow double in size. To do that, it needs the right conditions to do so. So for me, in my kitchen, that place would be over there in the corner. Put bread here. Cover with the tea towel. Then leave it. It's going to take anything between 40 minutes to an hour. It just needs to be in quite a warm, but not hot, place in the kitchen where it can be left to grow. Now, tie it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just lifted up the top of the dough, if you like. Cut around the sides. There you can see. I'd say it's just. It's nicely doubled. Probably a bit more than what I would have liked. Okay, so I'd say it's doubled and a half again. Doubled and a half again in size. Okay, first thing you're going to do is fly down your workspace. Okay, put it into your hands like that, pinch it with your thumb, scatter. Okay. And put a little bit on top. That should be all you need, really. Okay, then put your hand on top. You can see what I'm doing here. Around the sides. Okay, should just come away nicely, like so. Lovely. Okay. This time, take it, pour it straight out. Don't need the bowl again. Okay, a little bit of caper, which came in the sun-dried tomatoes, if you're wondering. So we've got this dough. It's really airy. Okay, let's see if we can get a better angle. There you go. We've got this dough. It's really airy. Now the problem is it's too airy. We need to what we call knock it back. So first of all, over like this. Pinch the sides, pull it over, push it back in. Okay. Pinch the sides, pull it back in. See what I'm doing? That's it. And then I'm using my fingers and I'm going like this. Okay. It's just knocking a bit of that air out in that we've got. Ready for the second push. Okay. Now, hands in and like this motion. Okay. Pull it back. Okay, so should be going from one side, do it again, the next side, turn it, and again. Okay. Don't go too much. Okay. See how it's not sticking to the table either, that's why I said don't put too much flour down. Okay, looks ready to me. So. Tray's too warm. So, Next, see this tray? Olive oil. In it goes. Okay, be quite generous. Get your hand. In you go. Get right in there. Around the sides, lift it up. Around the sides, make sure every piece of this has got plenty of oil on it. Alright. In you go. Next. Flour. Doesn't matter what type of flour, just get a load in. Okay. Shake it all about. Okay. Tap it. Make sure it's gone around all the sides. Okay, so over there. Bang on the table a little bit. Don't need to use grease proof. We've gone old school. Okay, tap it on there. Bam. Excess out. Right, now dough in. Really hit it. Okay, I've got my knuckles like this. See? I'm going down and banging. And I'm pushing outwards. Fingers as well. Gives it that distinct knobbly look that you see in all focaccias. Okay, that's traditionally where it would come from, not machines. Okay, ready for its second proof now. Tea towel over it. Put it somewhere warm again. This time probably only take half an hour. Okay. All you're looking for is it for it to rise just above the top. Okay. Perfect. Now, as you can see, that focaccia is literally ready to go in the oven. Now, a little trick. Bang on loads of olive oil. Okay. Don't be tight. Get it on. Put salt on now. Okay, again, don't be tight. All over. Like so. Okay. You're gonna have a salty, crusty top, so make sure you don't go too much. Okay. Out of your hand, ever so lightly. Just rub it across. Be gentle. Okay. Don't push down too hard. You ruin all the hard work you've done so far. Just make sure that olive oil is gone around the whole thing. Okay, and then bang it in the oven.
Who cares that it is shining? Who cares what it does? Since you broke my heart. Who loves the sun? Who cares that it makes plans?
A loaf that size will take just under half an hour. We've got smaller tins, more amount, less time. Okay? Until it's really golden on top and finished.
And now for the final. Focaccia finished. Now a little trick when it's finished, get a dry tea towel, place it on top, just leave it until it cools. double check that it is cooked. Knife all the way in the centre. Take it out. Nothing stuck to it. It's done. Right. Put a tea towel on top. Will trap moisture. Make it nice and soft. Right, let's check this bread. Right, let's check this bread. Should just pop straight out because you greased it earlier. That is a beautiful loaf. Good crust. Cooks all the way through. Perfect.
Suddenly not you. It's not even about love. It's about truth. Sun. Who cares that it is shining? Who cares what it does since you broke my heart? Who loves the sun? Not everyone. Who loves the sun? To be